The average American retiree household spends $5,119 every single month. The average Social Security check? $2,081. That's a $3,000 shortfall every month that has to come from somewhere. For roughly 40% of Americans, that somewhere doesn't exist. But here's what the retirement industry doesn't put in the brochure. That same $2,000 check, the one that barely covers rent in Columbus, buys a completely different life in at least 10 countries. Not a survival life, a comfortable one, with restaurant lunches, private health care, and a view. This isn't a cheapest countries list. The cheapest countries by raw index include places you are absolutely not moving to. This is a geo-arbitrage ranking, filtered by 3 hard criteria: cost of living, safety and human development, and visa accessibility for Americans on Social Security. All 3 have to clear the bar. Let's count down. Number 10, Bulgaria. It doesn't make most lists, which is exactly why it's on this one. Sofia's cost of living index sits around 38, compared to roughly 69 for the US average. A single person lives comfortably on 1,400 to 1,800 euros a month. That's roughly $800 to $1,100. Rent runs up to 74% cheaper than in the States. The catch: Bulgaria is in the EU, but not Schengen easy for long-term stays. You'll need to navigate a residency permit rather than a simple retiree visa. The Black Sea coast towns, Sozopol, Nesebar, offer a slower, warmer alternative to Sofia. Think Greek islands, but before the crowds arrived and before the prices followed. Number 9, Vietnam. Numbeo's 2026 cost of living index for Vietnam sits at 26.4. The US average is 68.8. That means daily life costs roughly 62% less than back home. Breakfast, a bowl of pho at a plastic stool street stall, costs $1.50. A 5-course dinner costs $8. Da Nang has a 30-kilometer beach, modern hospitals, and a growing expat scene. Hanoi has 100,000 expats and a cafe culture that feels like Paris decided to move somewhere warmer and cheaper. A 1-bedroom near the beach runs $400 to $600 a month, estimated, not locked in. But the overall math is hard to argue with. The honest catch on Vietnam: it doesn't have a dedicated retiree visa. Most expats use tourist visa extensions or the DT visa for investors. It works, but it requires annual attention. And Medicare, as with every country on this list, does not travel with you. Budget $100 to $300 a month for private international health insurance. That's not a deal breaker. It's just the real number. Number 8, Indonesia, specifically Bali. Cost of living index, 26.1. A couple lives well on $1,400 to $2,500 a month. The island has a permanent expat infrastructure, co-working cafes, international clinics, English menus, and a sunset that has been making people rethink their life choices since approximately forever. The visa situation in Indonesia has improved. The second home visa allows a 5-year stay with a roughly $130,000 deposit held in an Indonesian bank, returned when you leave. It's not a pension-based visa, but for Jim and Carol with $90,000 in savings, it's worth watching as that threshold may shift. For a single retiree on $2,000 a month, Bali works on shorter stay visas while the landscape evolves. Number 7, Ecuador, and specifically Cuenca, UNESCO World Heritage City. Cobblestone streets, colonial architecture, permanent spring climate at 8,400 feet. A private doctor visit costs $20 to $40. A single retiree lives modestly on $1,200 to $1,800 a month. Comfortably, ocean view, dining out, premium health insurance on $2,000 to $3,000. Ecuador uses the US dollar. Zero exchange rate anxiety. Zero currency conversion math at the ATM. The Pensionado visa requires just $800 a month in pension income. Well within reach. The Mercado 10 de Agosto sells fresh produce, local cheeses, and roasted guinea pig, which is either an adventure or a deal breaker, depending on who you are. Number 6. Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur's average one-bedroom apartment rents for $373 a month. A comfortable monthly budget runs $2,000 to $2,500. Malaysia has one of the most deliberately expat-friendly visa programs in Asia, the Malaysia My Second Home program. Though requirements have shifted in recent years, verify current thresholds before you book the flight. The food culture alone is worth the conversation. Malaysian hawker markets are a nightly ritual. Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Nyonya dishes at the same table for under $5. The healthcare system is genuinely good. English is widely spoken. The heat is real, 32 degrees Celsius most of the year. But the air conditioning is also real, and it costs almost nothing to run. Number 5. Thailand, and the city that keeps showing up on every serious expat list, Chiang Mai. A single retiree lives well on $950 to $1,200 a month. The Sunday night market is a sensory overload. Pad Thai for $1.50. Mango sticky rice for $1. Handmade crafts everywhere. The Old City Moat area has a pace that makes you wonder why you were ever in a hurry. The Thailand Retirement Visa, the non-immigrant OA, requires 800,000 Thai baht in a Thai bank account, roughly $22,000, or proof of a 65,000 baht monthly income. It's renewable annually. The expat community in Chiang Mai is large enough that you'll find English-speaking neighbors, international clinics, and co-working cafes within walking distance of a Buddhist temple. Number 4. Portugal, but not where you think. Lisbon and Porto have seen real price increases. International Living is explicit about this. The value play now is northern Portugal. Caminha, Esposende, Viana do Castelo. A couple can live well in the north for $2,000 a month or less. The Portugal is cheap narrative is partially outdated for the major cities. For the rest of the country, it still holds. Portugal ranked number 1 in the Global Citizen Solutions Global Retirement Report 2025. The country ranks 7th on the 2025 Global Peace Index. 19,258 U.S. citizens lived there in 2024, and that number is rising. The pastel de nata with a $1 espresso at a tiled cafe is not a cliché. It is a daily ritual, and it costs less than a vending machine coffee in Phoenix. The D8 Passive Income Visa is Portugal's current path for retirees. It replaced the D7 framework and requires proof of passive income. The Algarve gets 300 days of sunshine a year. The sea cliffs are dramatic. The pace of life feels like the 1970s in the best possible way. The Portuguese are, by measurable global ranking, among the most welcoming people on earth to foreigners. Number 3. Colombia, Medellín. Once the most dangerous city in the world, now the city that keeps winning urban innovation awards and showing up on every serious retirement list. The reason is simple. A single retiree lives well on $850 to $1,100 a month. $2,000 in Medellín is not survival money. It is, by any honest measure, luxury money. The Mercado del Rio Food Hall brings 30-plus local vendors under one roof. Fresh arepas from street vendors cost 50 cents. Private hospitals like Clínica del Country rival U.S. facilities at a fraction of the cost. The climate is called the City of Eternal Spring for a reason. 72 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. International Living calls it an unbeatable balance of cost, comfort, and real sophistication. That's not marketing copy, that's just accurate. Colombia's Pensionado visa requires a pension of at least 3 times the Colombian minimum wage, currently around $650 a month. Dave, at $1,800, clears it. Robert, at $1,650, clears it. Linda, at $2,100, clears it with room to spare. The safety picture in Medellín has genuinely transformed, but do your neighborhood research. El Poblado and Laureles are where the expat infrastructure is. If you're following along and want to see what a full week in Medellín actually looks like, the real budget, the real apartment, the real daily routine, we're building that deep dive right now. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. These are the honest ones, not the highlight reels. Number 2. Spain. Overall cost of living roughly 34% lower than the US. Housing up to 57% cheaper. A single expat lives comfortably on under 2,000 euros a month, and in cities like Málaga, Valencia, or Alicante, considerably less. The 3-course Menú del Día with wine costs 12 to 15 euros. Lunch is the main meal, eaten at 2 in the afternoon, and it takes an hour. That is not inefficiency, that is civilization. Málaga gets 320 sunny days a year. The Mercado Central de Atarazanas is an architectural gem where a full week of groceries costs 40 to 60 euros. Evenings start at 9 with tapas and vermouth. Spain closed its golden visa in 2025, but the non-lucrative visa remains open, and it requires private health insurance with no co-payments and no deductibles, which can run $200 to $400 a month. That's the catch most lifestyle videos skip. Valencia and Alicante offer the same Mediterranean climate at lower price points than Málaga, which has seen some tourist-driven inflation. Tenerife and Mallorca are the island options. Warmer winters, slightly higher rents. The Spanish bureaucracy is real. The paperwork is in Spanish, and the process takes patience. But the reward is a life where Tuesday afternoon involves a glass of local wine in the sun, and that is not nothing. And number 1, Panama. International Living named it the world's best retirement destination in their 2025 Global Retirement Index. Here is why that ranking is defensible rather than just promotional. Panama has the most deliberately engineered retiree visa on the planet. The pensionado requires a minimum pension of $1,000 a month, or $750 if you own Panamanian real estate over $100,000. It grants immediate permanent residency. The approval rate in 2024 was 97%, and then there's the discount package, guaranteed by Law 6 of 1987, enforced by the Consumer Protection Agency. 10 to 50% off healthcare, transport, entertainment, and dining. Not a promotional deal, a legal right. Panama investors put it plainly. No other country combines a low-income threshold, permanent residency status, and a discount package that extends into nearly every area of daily life. Boquete sits in the highlands at 3,900 feet. Perpetual spring, 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. No air conditioning needed. Morning coffee at a local cafe costs $1.50, ground from beans grown on the hillside behind you. The Tuesday Farmers Market, a week of tropical produce for under $15. A couple lives comfortably on $2,000 to $3,000 a month, depending on the city. Panama City costs more. Boquete is where the real value is. Panama uses the US dollar. Zero currency risk. Panama City has Johns Hopkins affiliated hospitals 3 hours away. And here is the tax detail that actually matters. Panama runs a territorial tax system. Foreign-sourced income, including your Social Security check and your U.S. pension, is not taxed by Panama. You still file your U.S. return because you always do. But Panama doesn't take a second bite. Before the verdict, the honest part. 3 things that apply to every country on this list. First, Medicare does not travel. You will need private international health insurance. Budget $100 to $300 a month depending on age and coverage. That changes the math, but it doesn't break it. Second, the U.S. taxes you on worldwide income regardless of where you live. You file every year. Up to 85% of Social Security benefits can be taxable depending on your total income. Third, Mexico is conspicuously absent from this list, not because it isn't a viable retirement destination. It is for many people, but Mexico's Residente Temporal visa currently requires roughly $4,185 a month in income, or $75,000 in savings. On a $2,000 Social Security check, you don't qualify on income alone. That's the catch most Mexico retirement videos don't mention. We just mentioned it. The full ranking: 10. Bulgaria, 9. Vietnam, 8. Indonesia, Bali, 7. Ecuador, Cuenca, 6. Malaysia, 5. Thailand, Chiang Mai, 4. Portugal, especially the north, 3. Colombia, Medellín, 2. Spain, Málaga, Valencia, Alicante, 1. Panama, and specifically Boquete if you want the real value. Every one of these clears the 3 filter test: cost of living, safety, and human development. Visa access for Americans on Social Security. The real question isn't whether you can afford to retire abroad. The math on that is not complicated. The average American retiree faces a $3,000 monthly gap between what Social Security pays and what life in the U.S. actually costs. That gap either drains your savings until they're gone, or it becomes your ticket to a completely different life. In Medellín, $2,000 covers a 2-bedroom apartment with a view, daily restaurant lunches, private health insurance, and a gym membership, with money left over. 44% of Americans have seriously considered retiring abroad, according to a 2025 Harris poll. Nearly 5.5 million already live outside the U.S. The trend is not fringe anymore. What's complicated isn't the math, it's the courage to actually do it. And that's what this channel is here to help with. One honest deep dive at a time. Which of these 10 countries surprised you most? And which one are you actually considering? Drop your age, your monthly income, and your top destination in the comments. We read every one, and your answer might become the next deep dive. If you want to follow Dave, Linda, Robert, Jim, and Carol as they actually test these places, subscribe. The next one goes deep on a single city, a single budget, and a single real life. See you there.